Welcome to Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort. Is this the best place for your next vacation? Well, let's go take a look. Disney's Caribbean Beach is a very laid back, moderate resort and has a great balance of cost versus amenities and theming. And that theming that you're gonna see here is this wonderful kind of island hopping feel with pastel colored villages. Each one of the locations with the different buildings that you could find yourself resting your head in is going to be themed after a different island in the Caribbean. So you're gonna find Martinique, Trinidad, Jamaica, and Aruba. We'll talk later about how one of those locations might be the best for you and how you can specifically request that to be closer to some of the amenities you might be looking for. One of the great pluses about big expansive resorts like this is that it kind of feels like a vacation within a vacation. So if you're wise and you work with a travel planner or you're just a great planner yourself, then staying at a resort like this, you can plan a pool day or two in between all of your park hopping fun and just relax, enjoy the pools, enjoy the amenities, and really just have the best time experiencing everything that is here at this resort. You're gonna find a bus transportation right over here, right outside off of the main lobby. You can get to Magic Kingdom, Animal Kingdom, and Disney Springs, and both Blizzard Beach and Typhoon Lagoon water parks from here. Otherwise, if you're spending your day at EPCOT or Hollywood Studios, you're gonna be hopping on and taking a flight on the Disney Skyliner. One of the things that's really great about moderate resort is that there's a great balance between like amenities and cost and location, and we're gonna talk about all of that when we get inside. Upon check-in, don't forget to talk to your lovely concierge at the front desk and ask them for a button if you're celebrating an anniversary, a birthday, or maybe it's your first visit. They're a really great way to remember your vacation and kind of have a fun free souvenir, but you never know, sometimes some extra magic comes along the way as well. Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort opened in 1988, and this property in particular is 200 plus acres, which is kind of huge when you think that that's about twice the size as the Magic Kingdom Park. There's about 1,500 guest rooms, which makes it a great opportunity for you to find a place to rest your noggin at the end of your busy day here at Caribbean Beach Resort. But the thing is like, when you think about the expansiveness of these larger resorts, you have to walk across a lot of this. So let's dive into some ways that you can actually save your feet and find the best spot on this property for you and your family. Caribbean Beach is nestled close to the EPCOT Resorts and EPCOT theme park. It is divided into 6 different villages. Martinique is one of my top recommendations, especially if you want to be close to Riviera and you want to be close to Port Royal. It kind of nestles you right in between. That said, Aruba is another great option because it parks you next to Riviera Resort and you can enjoy those amenities, but it also puts you right next to that Skyliner option. Now, if you don't really care where you're at and you want to get the best price, Barbados is probably where you're going to get the most bang for your buck, or even Trinidad. That said, Jamaica is actually going to be the best bet if you're looking for just the best way to get onto the Skyliner, because this is going to be closest to that hub that will take you to either EPCOT theme park or Disney's Hollywood Studios. Always keep your eye out when you're at the resorts because there's always something fun and silly like this one. It's like when you can spot Sebastian, you can get a nice little photo op with him, and then you can go to the front desk and you get a cute little button and they'll give you a sticker and they treat it like a collect your own. It's just this extra fun way to have a little souvenir and some fun and make some silly moments. These little signs are all over the resort, so make sure that you take note of them, even scan them so that you can take a look on your mobile device and just see if there's any additional offerings that you're looking for. My branding color is literally that teal, like it's my main color, so can someone hook me up with that, Bo? That is the cutest mini like towel art I've seen. I love this. Centertown Market is going to be your main kind of quick service dining area with a lot of grab and go options, burgers, chicken fingers, and a lot of those easy family favorites. This is going to be where you can grab those quick grab and go items. We have cereals, chips, other snacks. There are some pre-made sandwiches, pizzas, Mickey bars, Mickey sandwiches, fun festive treats, even more festive treats in here. Like look at that cute little Mickey cinnamon roll with the orange drizzle glaze. Look at that brownie. Oh my gosh, it looks amazing. And there's some muffins, but honestly, I think it's this banana bread with coconut streusel that I have my eye on. Like that looks so delicious. What are you snagging from this cabinet? There's this really big refrigerated section that's going to have salads and sandwiches, other pre-made specialty little desserts that are super cute. There's a seasonal cupcake. There's this tropical paradise cheesecake in here, Mickey cookies and cream cupcake. Like who doesn't love Oreo? There's some milk options in here, including soy alternatives, chocolate milk. There's even some of those Danable yogurts. There's apple sauces and juices and water. These are great things to have in your backpack. So you can get like this vanilla yogurt with some like berries and graham crackers for your kids, maybe the sunflower seed butter. If you're allergic to peanut butter, that's a great option. There's also some of the Uncrustables, and there's lots of different drink options from vitamin water to Powerade to orange juice and other juices, teas, even some grab and go beers. There's something for everyone in here, and whether you're taking it with you to your room or into the parks, they have everything you need. I just bought a dried mango. Oh, I love dried mango. This is also where you're going to order your coffee and then pick it up next door at the window. Once you've placed your order, this is where you can pick it up at the various windows, and you will be notified on your ticket by a cast member as well. Then you can grab your drinks and just enjoy the fun Caribbean atmosphere. Love that they have the Coca-Cola freestyle machines here, some coffees, teas, and other various beverages to grab here as well. Calypso Trading Post is going to be the main merch location here at Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort. We're here during obviously spooky season, and I love that there's these little bits here. There's a lot of things that you can find, like this fun spider web pillow. It's all plushy and cute, but it's firm enough that it can be decorative. There's a lot of the main staples, so if you're looking for any of this not so scary merch or any other seasonal merch, you're going to be able to find it at any resort that you're staying at. That said, if you're looking for other options that you may have seen online via social media, you're going to definitely want to hit Disney Springs, because that is going to be your biggest merch location. It's going to give you the most options, and it's going to give you the full collections of everything. I love this. This is just like classic, timeless, little Mickey signature on the back. Like, it's actually like a small little purse. Oh, I love it. I forget what it's called. Don't go at me. Okay, drop it down in the comments if you know what they call this particular thing. But I like that there's spots for your cards back here in the back. And then there's this nice zipper pouch in the front. So if you have like coins or whatever, I don't usually carry cash, but I do like to put extra like notes or receipts or anything like that I don't want to lose in here. This is really cool. It's just like timeless, classic Mickey. I mean, that is adorable. So if you like to be matchy, there's this really cute tote. Let's take a look on the inside, because sometimes they have fun like fabrics on the inside. Sometimes it's plain. This is plain. It does have a strap, and it does have like this internal pouch. So I love that, because I can tuck my phone in there. So it's not like floating around in my bag. Otherwise, it's just a big open space. But I'm one of those people that goes onto Amazon and tries to find like different inserts that I can put into bigger bags to help me organize. At some point, I should probably share with you what's in my park bag, because whenever I take a Loungefly on property to one of the parks, I have an insert for my Loungefly. I can put the link down in the description, but it's such a lifesaver, because those things are really not that big, but like everything gets jumbled around, so I'll have to show you that. Oh, look, we found Sebastian. A lot of times they have some fun bargains on t-shirts that you can find. Usually it's a buy two for a price. If you're looking for merch and you really need to stay to a stricter budget, I would highly recommend actually that you go off property about 20 minutes or so to the Character Warehouse just off of I-4. You can Google it and you can give directions to a Lyft driver if you don't have your own vehicle. Go over there, get souvenirs in advance, and then don't worry about buying anything on property. It'll save you some money. You can find some really fun things. I mean, there's everything from like Crocs to sandals to Loungeflies. Sometimes you can even find a Dooney and Burke in there. There's always like Spirit jerseys and different kinds of clothes, whether it be kids or adults. There's so much there. So definitely take a look and save yourself some money before you take your trip. That way you can kind of save in the beginning, get the kids the toys, get yourself the toys, and just kind of go about your trip and kind of stick to your budget. These shops usually have wine. They will also satisfy your sweet tooth cravings with some easily pleasing candy options. Themed bagged sweets that you can take with you back to your room or into the parks. Other snack staples that you can take back to your room. If you have any young ones and you're going to need any kind of like swim diapers or regular diapers, they have you there too, as long as some goggles, diaper rash cream, and even some baby food. Oh my gosh, these were a fave of Lorelei's and Luke's. They love those things. They have some breads, some cereals, donuts, I mean, you name it. There's a lot of classic staples here. If you're looking to save some money or like prepare something in your room, or give them some cereal or have some cereal yourself before you leave, or if you want to make some sandwiches, there's like peanut butter and jelly. There's all kinds of options to help keep your budget lower. Toiletry staples, tumblers, and mugs galore. That's adorable. I love this one. It's just very classic and timeless. It's just really pretty, but to me, this is definitely like a soup mug, but that's nice at 20 bucks. Look at the little sleep and stitch. He's adorable. There's some fun homewares over here. And speaking of mugs, I often see this one and I'm like, I want to take this home. There's a cute little countdown to Disney, a little clock, some wine stoppers. There's some really fun things, and honestly, homewares is probably one of the spots that's going to get me. I've always looked at them and thought, I want to buy so much to decorate my home with, but I never wanted to travel home with it. But one thing that you can do is purchase and then they will ship it to your house. So you actually don't have to worry about trying to pack this in a suitcase. Swimwears, Crocs, fun toys. Actually, one of the things that we liked a couple of vacations back is we got one of these little things for the kiddos to play with in the bath when we had like a more resort-based vacation, and it was just kind of fun to give them a little something to play with. Plus it feels like you're getting a whole bunch of toys for one instead of like one big thing. Some great board games for a rainy resort day, and well, if you're like me and you have trouble remembering everything that your kids want to bring with them and you forget a stuffy, they have a whole bunch here. You can just grab a new friend and give them someone to cuddle with while they listen to stories on the Disney Play app via the Alexa feature inside the room. They do have a limited selection of magic bands here, trading pins to build your collection if you're looking to meet up with a cast member and expand what you have. And they have various pieces here that you can start your lanyard pin collection with. My husband's actually building his pin collection on a hat. It's getting very heavy. There are so many different recreational activities you can do here, so don't forget, please, 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 I encourage you to have a down day at your resort and enjoy the amenities, enjoy the pool, and just relax. Again, taking a look at this map, it may seem like it's not that big, but it's no joke. It's well over 400 acres, so this is going to be twice the size of Magic Kingdom, and if you've already walked Magic Kingdom before, then you know that it can be very tiring. It's a lot of distance to travel, so again, if you really want to be close to Port Royal, then you're going to want to ask for a room in Barbados or Martinique. You can also choose one of the preferred rooms when booking your Disney vacation because that is actually going to keep you close to Port Royal. If you prefer to be near one of the two Skyliners, there's one here and then this one here, then you can request that at the front desk upon check-in. They may not always be able to accommodate, but definitely ask them. So if you're looking to stay in like the biggest hub, then this one right here next to Jamaica, this is going to be the hub that takes you on to Hollywood Studios, or actually comes down this track to the Riviera and then continues down to EPCOT. So it depends on what you want and what your wish is. Some people are like, I want to be as central as possible. That's going to be down here at Jamaica. You're going to be further away from Port Royal. That said, my favorite place is actually Martinique because I feel like I'm kind of splitting the distance. I love the coffee at Disney's Riviera Resort, and there is going to be a resort tour of this one as well. So stay tuned. Make sure you give a like to this video so the algorithm knows that you want to hang out more, and give us a subscribe and make sure that you toggle that bell for notifications so that when I do that coverage for Disney's Riviera Resort, you'll get that drop in there too. But I've usually tried to stay here in Martinique because then I'm really close here to Port Royal and I can hop over to Disney's Riviera Resort before grabbing a coffee. I can come out here to the bus loop, or I can pop over here to the Skyliner and I can go off wherever I need to. Now, the coffee that's offered here is not a Joffrey stand, it's different, and it's called Le Petit Cafe. So if you're into that, then this is here. You can get coffee inside here at Port Royal, as I showed you, and there is also a Joffrey stand right outside of the Skyliner, and it's awesome that the Skyliner allows you to enjoy those coffee beverages and eat aboard the Skyliner, because that way if you're running a little behind your schedule or you just want to have a moment with that breeze, you can enjoy whatever bites and sips you wish. Something else of note is that this property does have numerous bus stops. So as you can see, there's bus stops located all around the property. So it is something to keep in mind when you're on your way to and from one of the different parks. It might take you longer by bus just to circle the entire property before you either get to Port Royal or before you get to the park of your destination. A bit of wayfinding. We've just stepped out from the main lobby here at Old Port Royal. Over here is the grab and go quick service market that I told you about. Right behind me is Disney's Riviera Resort, and if you take this path, it'll circle around the building and you'll make your way over to the Martinique Village and to Disney's Riviera Resort. And then going in the opposite direction, this beautiful waterfall, and you'll see this awesome pirate-themed pool area. This pool area, Fuentes de Moro Pool, is the main pool here. It's pirate-themed with slides, water cannons, and a shipwreck play area for little ones. That said, each village has its own quiet leisure pool, so if you're not looking for the hustle and bustle of this main area and you want like a little respite, definitely take a look at the leisure pool in your own village. Okay. Again, please make sure that you check with the Recreations Board of Activities or ask one of the cast members walking around, because right now they're having what looks like a hula hooping contest, and that is so much fun. Other dining locations here at Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort are going to be Sebastian's Bistro, which is right over here to my right, along with the Banana Cabana Pool Bar. I just rounded the corner outside just past the pool and next to Sebastian's Bistro, and there's just like this really nice, like, I don't know if you can tell, there's just like this really beautiful breeze, and the view here, we can see Riviera right behind us and then the Skyliner. I could sit here at Banana Cabana and I could have a cocktail and have a snack and just enjoy this breeze and these vibes. Sebastian's Bistro is served family style with lots of fun Caribbean themed bites and treats. Definitely some fun ways to enhance your meal with this coconut pineapple bread pudding. I love bread pudding, yum. It just doesn't love me anymore, but look at these fun drinks. Here on the main menu you have like the buttery house rolls that we know are really tasty. And then there's like different kinds of chicken with tamarind and mojo pork. Any kind of chili rubbed beef or beef with some kind of a chimichurri is one of my favorite things to dine with. What is your favorite thing to eat when you go out to dinner? Maybe it's not a particular dish, but maybe it's like a specific theme. Is it Italian? Is it Caribbean? Is it sushi, Asian inspired, French? What cuisine do you just go, oh my gosh, I'm craving this so badly, and I feel like I'm always craving it? Right over here is going to be Old Port Royal. This is Sebastian's Bistro. You can follow this or that other path like I mentioned that will circle around Martinique, which is going to be behind Sebastian's Bistro off in this corner. And then there's a path that actually winds across that beach that's back here in the distance, and then you'll find yourself at Disney's Riviera Resort. Atop Disney's Riviera Resort, right up here in the center of the frame, is going to be Topolino's Terrace, which is a fan favorite for breakfast. And then when you walk right through under the left side of the structure, you will see this green awning that takes you to the turnstile Skyliner location right here. Next to Disney's Riviera Skyliner, you're going to see the village of Aruba.
At 7:30, we will have our island party. That is going to be a lot of dancing and a lot of fun. At 8 o'clock, we will have our movie Under the Stars. That's going to be Descendants 3. Come see us, friends. It's been lots of fun. Bye.
She was talking about the different activities, and that's something that I think people just don't think about. They think about getting in and getting those attractions and riding the Millennium Falcon or jumping on Tiana's River Bayou adventure or any number of things across the different Disney parks. But here, she was talking about how they have Mickey's tie-dyeing. I love the tie-dyeing shirts because they have them specifically tied in the center to make a Mickey head, and then you tie-dye the rest of it around it, and then you have this fun white Mickey on the inside. It's just really cute. And then the other different activities, like you saw the hula hooping and several more, including bonfire where they do s'mores, or what she was talking about, the movie Under the Stars. So there's just so many things to experience at these resorts, and there's just so much more that you're getting from your vacation and from your investment here. Really make sure that you're aware of all the different activities and definitely have that resort day, because it's going to be its own special kind of fun day. My friend Christopher is here with me, and he's like, it's cool over here. I'm like, I know, right? There's these fun hammocks, nice little views, breeze. Off in the distance here, just beyond the Skyliner and the green, you can see Spaceship Earth. So just a reminder that this is an EPCOT location. So it's probably going to take you about 10 to 15 minutes, depending on peak travel times, to get from Caribbean Beach or from the Riviera off to Disney's EPCOT theme park. Some more wayfinding for you, friends. Off to the right here in these yellow and blue accented buildings, this is going to be the Jamaican Village. So just on the other side, to the right behind the trees and behind those buildings, is going to be the main Skyliner hub that's going to take you to both EPCOT and Hollywood Studios. And now over the bridge, and right over here where you see the pink buildings that have the white and the kind of soft blue accent, that is going to be the Trinidad building. So you might get a better bang for your buck in these rooms. It's possible, but it's not likely. That said, these are probably going to be the furthest away from the most things that you're looking at. That said, it is nearby Port Royal and the pool and all the amenities, because that is right here. And then this again is that pool with Port Royal, and right over here is that Caribbean Cay. And now we're going to make our way over to Jamaica and Aruba. Right to the left here in these pink buildings with the green top, this is going to be the Aruba Village. Now, while this may be further away than you wish from Port Royal, it's not terrible. We're standing on the bridge right now that takes you across Caribbean Cay and into Old Port Royal, but it is just that little walkway that goes over to the Skyliner and then into the Riviera Resort, so you could enjoy the amenities over there. That said, if you're looking to access the pool at your resort, then you're going to need the quiet pool at your room in the Aruba Village, or this one here at Old Port Royal. Aruba, Jamaica, ooh, I wanna take it to Bermuda, Bahama, come on pretty mama. I'm not really trying to sing, I'm just trying to be silly, so please don't come at me. You will also find some vending machines and ice on every floor of whichever building you're staying in. This is an example of that quiet pool. I do have the background blurred so people have some privacy and they have some respect on their vacation, but this is an example of one of their quiet pool locations here, and it's just next door to Building 52 in Aruba. That said, make sure that you hold on to that map and make sure that you're keeping an eye out on where you need to go, because every pool location in these different villages might be a little bit different. These quiet pools pools are probably only a 5-minute walk from wherever your room is here in one of these individual villages. That said, if you're going to make your way over to the main pool over at Old Port Royal, it's probably going to take you somewhere around 5 to 10 minutes, depending on your location and your walking speed. Every Disney resort location does have numerous options for you to do your own laundry, so definitely something to keep in mind is, bringing a little bit of soap, doing an Instacart, or grabbing some soap from Old Port Royal, or whichever happens to be your lobby at your particular Disney resort. Save yourself some money, save yourself some space in your packing, and do some laundry here on your resort day. I actually haven't seen the Coca-Cola Freestyle machines inside of these little vending locations inside, so I'm really glad they're making this update, because if you've ever seen one of these before, there's just so many different options for your drinks that you can get here. So you can use that refillable resort mug, which really is a good bang for the bucks. If you're going to be here numerous days, that really will pay off super fast, because it's usually around 20 bucks for that cup itself, and that includes refills for the duration of your vacation. So highly recommend that you get one of those, because honestly, if you're getting soda, or you love carbonated water, or you want maybe you want like some Powerade or juice or tea, either way, that $5-6 drink charge is going to add up super fast. And the only thing you can refill at those zones are those cups, unless you're getting water. So if you want those fun beverages, you have to have that refillable resort mug. Well, I think these loungers and these hammocks are great. I really prefer the one that I was, zoning with. I really prefer the one I was vibing with over there on Caribbean Cay. But here's a good look at the expansive resort. And then over here, when you look at over here at these blue buildings, this is Martinique, and that was the one I was telling you that is probably my preference, because I'm in between both the lobby and Riviera. Let's take a look inside one of the rooms. While it's not the refurbed room, we'll give you a look at the spacing on it. The newer rooms are redesigned, they're white, and then they have some fun Caribbean theming to them, but this will at least show you there's a good queen size bed. There's the pull down if you have that 5th sleeper. There's all kinds of storage areas, your coffee maker, your little closet space, the sliding door for some privacy if you're getting ready, and then of course the toilet area and the bath. But here, take a look at the room. That's it for our tour here at Caribbean Beach Resort at Walt Disney World Resort here in Florida. What do you think? Have you stayed here before, or is this possibly on your list? Do you think that this is going to be a resort for you, or do you think that there's something better out there? Tell me what you have your eye on, and definitely make sure that you're subscribed for more information. Make sure the notifications are turned on so you get all of the updates and the fun foodie vibes. Look for me on social at Motivational Pinup, and do whatever possible to live your version of a brilliant, bold, beautifully empowered life. I'm gonna go get coffee. Cheers. I love Le Petit Cafe. It's my favorite coffee on property.